Several $1 million in federal funding has been allocated to help with repairs for the Gering-Fort Laramie Irrigation Canal. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer has been busy working for agriculture and yesterday announced that the Bureau of Reclamation has released its 2020 fiscal year spending plan, which has $2.3 million to be put towards the repairs of the Gering-Fort Laramie Canal No. 3 tunnel. Fischer says her staff has worked closely with the Bureau to find a way forward and secure this funding.
This canal is critical to Nebraska agriculture, supplying surface water to approximately 55,000 acres of cropland, including corn, sugar beets, and dry edible beans.
The fix to the three canals is an estimated $15 million, which would have to be paid by the irrigators in the Goshen and Gering-Fort Laramie irrigation districts.
This funding will help western Nebraska farmers and families who feed the world to recover from the effects of this major disruption to irrigation.
Tunnel number 3 is located near Rifle Sight Pass in Scottsbluff County and is 1.23 miles long. Fischer also sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue urging him to take immediate action in implementing a provision designed to support sugar beet farmers affected by adverse weather, where in the past few years, cooperative farmers working in Colorado, Montana, Nebraska, and Wyoming have had devastating crop losses due to significant weather events. In 2018 and 2019, growing regions across these states experienced freezing temperatures in early October before sugar beets are typically harvested. Fischer, along with Senator Ben Sasse and a bipartisan group of 6 other senators, urged the USDA to take immediate action in implementing the sugar beet eligibility provisions that were passed in the fiscal year 20 appropriations bill as part of the Wildfire, Hurricane, and Indemnity Program Plus. Currently, USDA's swift action is necessary for Western Sugar Cooperatives farmers to obtain operating loans for the 2020 crop in the next 30 days. Well, coming up after the break, we will have your midweek weather forecast. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Next Gen Outfitters, where the adventure begins and the tradition continues. When it comes to an online retailer, this is the new standard in authentic hunt, camp, and shoot. Born from over a century of outdoor experience, your online retailer, Next Gen Outfitters.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Going to be dealing with partly cloudy skies across the region tonight, and lows are going to fall down into the teens, so not nearly as cold as where we were last night. They're going to be partly to mostly cloudy skies to start the day tomorrow, really before those winds pick back up, and some snow chances going to return late tomorrow and into Friday, and can't really rule out the snow chances through most of the next 7 days as it's going to stay active and cool, although we don't see any big storm systems on the way. 21 for our high yesterday. A low got down to 2 degrees. That was before midnight. And then we fell even lower than that across the area. Temperatures are 0.04 of an inch of additional moisture yesterday. So we're now at 0.13 for the month and year. Told you those temps were cold. Boy, were they ever this morning. Look at some of these low temps this morning. We fell down to 6 below zero in Scotts Bluff, 10 below in Torrington, 7 below in Alliance, 7 below in Kimball, 8 below down in Pine Bluffs, and 5 below in Cheyenne. So that very cold air there sitting into the region. And milder temps over towards Valentine and Ogallala. And how about 23 this morning for a low in Wheatland? We do have a couple of things to pay attention to here in terms of weather alerts across the area. We have winter storm watches that are out for the Laramie and Cheyenne area. Winter weather advisories cover portions of the Rawlins area, or actually down to the west of Steamboat Springs. Those winter storm watches around Rawlins as well. And then in between the two, we do have some winter storm warnings in effect. That's with the next storm system that's just going to skirt to our west and southwest and miss us, I think, with most of the heavier snow. Temps are in the 20s to near 30 here across the region as we go through the evening hours. You can see 24 Kimball and Sidney and Alliance, also in Gordon, 21 Lusk and Cheyenne. Winds have been in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range, so unfortunately we have some wind chills to deal with down into the single digits and low to mid-teens here across the region. Let's take a look at the bus stop forecast tomorrow. Getting on the bus with just partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are around 20 degrees when you get on the bus, so about 20, 25 degrees warmer than where we were this morning. It'll be windy, though, on your way home with overcast skies and temperatures maybe near 40 degrees. Futurecast shows that activity tonight staying to our west, and it's going to get better organized to our north and west as we get towards sunrise tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to fall down into only the teens overnight for lows. Should keep those temps well warmer and milder than where they were last night, teens to near 20 degrees across the region. Now tomorrow, here comes the off and on snow chances, especially as we get later on in the day. You're going to see the snow start to develop and fill in just to our west and southwest. That's where we have a band of some heavier snow across the region. We saw a few bands of some moderate snow as well in the central and eastern portions of the northeastern portions of the Nebraska Panhandle. We'll keep an eye on that. We can't completely rule out snow in our area tomorrow, late tomorrow night and on into Friday, and we will include that in our forecast. But temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s here across the region. Snowfall totals through the next 36 hours should be light. Heaviest around the Valentine area and then around the Cheyenne area. And some of us in between not going to get a whole lot. But again, Friday is the day that we could be dealing with a little bit of snow activity. You see the European model still putting the moderate to snow off to our west here across the region. And as we zoom in, you'll see that activity stays off to our west primarily and southwest. In the GFS model, very similar to that, keeping stuff off to the west of us. So, again, not going to have a whole lot of snow here across the region, but enough to keep things active at times. Mainly clear tonight, not as cold, lows down into the mid-teens. For tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with mainly cloudy skies, windy again, gusts 40-plus out of the northwest, and temperatures in the low 40s. Our 7-day forecast, we bring in some snow showers late Thursday night and into Friday. A chance of snow showers continuing. Saturday looks like the pick of the weekend. Temps could be in the low 50s, only to quickly fall back into the 30s Sunday, Monday, and then the mid-40s possible on Tuesday, only to bring in some snow showers again Wednesday with temperatures back into the 20s. So we stay active every couple of days with a storm system here across the region.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scotts Bluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
When we combine our energy, we're able to accomplish incredible things and take on the greatest challenges. We're stronger than we could have ever been alone, because our energy works better together. Tri-State and Wheat Belt Public Power District. Brighter, stronger, better together.
think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Welcome back. A 54-year-old Mitchell man has been sentenced to a total of 6 to 8 years in prison following convictions in 3 Scottsbluff County District Court cases. Corey Strow was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison on convictions of possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute and no drug tax stamp. He also received an additional 3 years on convictions of strangulation, third-degree domestic assault, and witness tampering. Those sentences will run consecutively, and in an exchange for his no contest pleas, prosecutors dismissed a habitual criminal enhancement that would have required a minimum of 10 years incarceration with the Nebraska Department of Corrections. Well, a Kansas man charged with the Nebraska collision death of 4 Iowa motorcyclists has taken a plea deal. Jazier Cisneros Hernandez of Liberal, Kansas, pleaded no contest yesterday in Ogallala to reckless and willful vehicular homicide. Prosecutors dropped 3 more counts and 2 other charges in return for his plea. Sentencing has been set for April 3rd. Prosecutors said that his vehicle hit 2 motorcycles carrying 2 people each on July 1st of 2017 near Ogallala. 2 of them were Sheila and James Matheny from Bedford, Iowa, and the others were Michael and Geraldine Weiss, who lived in Council Bluffs. And Democratic congressional hopeful Kate Bowles has officially entered the race for Nebraska's 1st congressional district. Bowles, a state senator from Lincoln, filed papers to seek the seat held by 8-term Representative Jeff Fortenberry, a Republican. Bowles said she would work to ensure that people in eastern Nebraska have access to affordable health care. She says she would support legislation to lower prescription drug costs and promised never to take away insurance coverage from people with pre-existing conditions. Well, straight ahead, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. We'll meet Glacier right after this.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It's been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Glacier, a cute pup who needs a great forever home.
This here is Glacier. He is a 1-year-old Siberian Husky mix. He's fixed and up to date on all of his vaccines. He's 150. His personality, he's kind of really outgoing and very energized as well. I would recommend he goes to a home with some teenage boys, kind of burn off some of that energy. I would also prefer him to go to somewhere with a big yard, possibly a couple acres. He likes to run a lot. He is house trained. He does shed quite a bit, so you do want to keep up with his grooming and stuff. Other than that, he's a great dog. He's just very, very energetic.
To meet Glacier or any of the dogs and cats they have available for adoption, You can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society Monday through Saturday during normal business hours. Well, straight ahead, we'll take a peek at what's happening around the region on your community calendar. We'll have that right after the break.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, the Second Amendment sanctuary movement appears to be gaining some traction in the Nebraska Panhandle. That's following Morrill County's approval last month. This week, Scottsbluff County Commissioner Charlie Knapper told fellow board members that he would be bringing a resolution to the board similar to Morrill County's.
As I was campaigning, going door to door, talking to people, people asked me, Republicans asked me if I was a Second Amendment guy, and I don't own it, but I'm a Second Amendment guy. And my constituents want to see the Second Amendment protected.
Chair Ken Meyer and board members Mark Reichert and Mark Harris all expressed at least general support for the Second Amendment during their meeting on Monday night. Meanwhile, the Mitchell City Council last night discussed the idea of bringing forward a similar resolution or proclamation. Mayor Dave Curtis says the move forward on the subject, and it would likely be more symbolic than anything else. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you here next time.